You remember when Leonard Nimoy showed up in the 2009 Star Trek reboot and all of the Trekkies went, yay! Remember when he showed up again in Star Trek Into Darkness and all the Trekkies went, oh, again? Okay. Well, it looks like now we're getting William Shatner in Star Trek 3.
Captain Kirk! I'm Captain Kirk!
Yeah. If you're like me, you absolutely love William Shatner, but that doesn't mean that you necessarily want him in Star Trek 3, just because at this point his presence in the movie wouldn't really add anything. In fact, it would probably hold the new cast back from truly exploring the potential of what they could do with the movie. Now, as of right now, Shatner hasn't officially said that he will be in the movie, but he basically has, and considering that the director is Robert Orci, the odds are we're probably going to get the Shat whether we want him or not. There's just going to be Shat over here, there'll be Shat over there, there'll be Shat all over the place until the whole movie is just one big pile of forced cameos. But it all depends on how they use him, and more importantly, how they're going to actually bring him into the universe that they've established. So here are 3 ways that they could bring in the Shat that hopefully won't derail the movie. Chris Pine mind-melded with Leonard Nimoy in the first movie. Well, Leonard Nimoy's Spock would have memories of the William Shatner Kirk from his universe, right? So if at some point in the movie Chris Pine was maybe in need of some guidance, maybe he was down in the dumps and needed a boost, old Spock could mind-meld with him so that in that psychedelic state, Chris Pine could meet and have a conversation with William Shatner, who could, motivate him and give him a pep talk to keep him going. Kind of like what happened with the 2 Xaviers in Days of Future Past. Although technically he wouldn't be talking to the actual William Shatner Kirk, he would just be talking to the memory of him that was constructed inside Spock's mind, but still, that would be a way to have Shatner appear for just a quick cameo. It makes sense, you don't need to explain it too much. And most importantly, you don't need to physically bring Shatner across from the old universe into the new one and then ask yourself, well, what are we going to do with him now? No. Mind meld. That way he can just pop up in the story, give Chris Pine some advice, and then just disappear. Nice and simple. Kind of similar to the first one. In the Next Gen series, they had holodecks that could create holographic approximations of important historical figures. That's how Data could play chess with Stephen Hawking and Albert Einstein.
All the quantum fluctuations in the universe will not change the cards in your hand. I call. You are bluffing.
Wrong again, Albert.
Shit.
Red alert!
Well, Nimoy came across from the post-next-gen time, right? So his ship most likely will have a mini holodeck and historical records that would include the William Shatner Kirk. So if Chris Pine and Bones were looking through Spock's computer to find information, they could very easily come across a holographic approximation of William Shatner. Hell, they could even find lots of others as well. Maybe they could pull up the EMH Doctor from Voyager and Bones will be all like, you can't have a hologram, Dr. Jim. Where's the heart? Where's the humanity? Maybe they could pull up 7 of 9 and Chris Pine would be like, ooh, baby, I don't know what people you're from, but I hope we run into them soon. And 7 would be like, trust me, you don't. You really don't. That could work, right? If they insist on physically bringing William Shatner across from his universe like they did with Nimoy in the first one, if they absolutely have to do that, at the very least, flip it around. Instead of bringing Shatner into the new universe to meet Chris Pine, how about instead you send Chris Pine into the old universe to meet Shatner? At least then it's a little bit different than what we already saw with Spock in the 2009 movie. And I guess that could kind of work from the perspective of, since Into Darkness was a twist on Wrath of Khan, a story like that could be a twist on Search for Spock, but it would be Search for Kirk. Chris Pine is lost in the old universe, so his friends has to risk everything to go and find him and bring him back. If they wanted to continue doing the parallel thing, which I don't think they should. So thanks for watching. Question: if it was up to you, how would you use William Shatner in the movie? Like, if you were forced to put him in, if you were the director and you were forced to use William Shatner in the movie, how would you do it? Would you make him just a cameo, co-star, maybe like in a flash forward type of situation? Let me know, put it in the comments below. And if you guys want a little bit more Trek talk, you can click here for a video that I recorded the other day with Random Rob from Media Bites. We talked mostly about like Prometheus 2 and the future of the Alien franchise, but towards the end there we got talking quite a bit about Star Trek as well. So I'll link you to that specific part of the conversation, but of course feel free to listen to the whole chat because it is pretty interesting. So thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.